additional 50, which comes up to about $140 million that you're throwing around. I don't understand this, but here's all I gotta say. Don't go to the damn poker table. Don't go to the blackjack table. Don't go to the slot machine for crying out loud, even if it's only asking you for $1. Don't do it. Stay the hell out of the casino other than your performance.
That's another piece of like what Floyd has done with his money after his fight career. Now, there is the lawsuit that Floyd is in with Showtime, and I don't think Al Heyman's a part of the lawsuit, even though he blames Al Heyman in a lot of the lawsuit for stealing his money. We're $340 million. We'll see if anything materializes out of that or if Floyd just spends more money out of his ass.
How does he owe you the money? Why don't you just like...
Here's what happened. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in, I think, Dubai or like the Middle East. This is my understanding of it, for $10 million cash. We ended up doing the fight in the States with a different company. That is the company that put on the fight.
According to Stephen A. Smith, Floyd Mayweather Jr. made an enormous amount of money throughout his boxing career, yet struggled with managing it wisely. Smith suggests that these financial challenges are part of the reason Mayweather is coming out of retirement, looking to generate income through upcoming matches.
And you look at it from that standpoint and you say, wow, you're blaming them when in fact it's really, really you, because you can't do what they do every day. Maybe you should go to them to get some lessons.
It's a spending issue, not an income.
Yes.
Logan Paul says that Floyd Mayweather Jr. allegedly sold the rights to their exhibition fight in advance to a Dubai-based company for $10 million and still hasn't paid him the promised share.
He sold our fight with my name and likeness to someone else in Dubai for $10 million cash. It's our fight, bro. Our deal was 15%. He fucking smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. That company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment that I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think he's facing a bunch.
Rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. He custom built the house, by the way, in like 2006.
Yeah.
Started at 14, reduced to 12,
Yeah.
10, 8 came on the market, and it was a lot of house for 8.
Yikes.
So for 6.6.
Oh, he really got
Just
rinsed.
the cost to build that house was 9 or 10.
Whoa, he got rinsed.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It was huge.
Goddamn.
Who would win in a fight, you or 100 grams?
Probably
100 to me
grams.
is a lot.
100 grams. It's a lot of people.
Wade Clemens posted on X, "I've been saying that Floyd Mayweather Jr. owes a lot of people significant sums and doesn't have the funds." In a follow-up post, he added,
I told you guys, Floyd owes a lot of people a lot of money, and he doesn't have it. Multiple commercial properties of his got foreclosed on, according to Business Insider. So there's that.
He also mentioned that no matter how much money someone has, it won't endure without careful financial planning. Moneybag.
Even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million. That's crazy.
Wade Clemens claims that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to sell his private jet to cover legal bills, noting that the boxer owes numerous people money and is struggling to manage his increasing financial responsibilities. Airplane money bag.
Flipped a house in Florida from 18 to 20 mil, and he's got a place in LA that's like $25 million he's trying to sell now for like 48, which it's funny how now all of a sudden Floyd's trying to sell all of his assets. What does that tell you? He just sold his private plane as well, which I don't know what that went for. But again, he's offloading assets because he's massively in debt and owes people a lot of money. And he's trying to finance something, whether it's legal fees, whether it's other mortgages, whatever. But yeah, getting a net negative of $4 million on the house you built and then put on the market is probably the worst real estate investment you can make. Outside of maybe a strip club that no one goes to except
DJ Vlad reports that a leading jeweler disclosed Floyd Mayweather is financially strapped, pointing to his extravagant lifestyle and heavy spending as key factors behind his money problems.
Who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
I mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mayweather even doing any goofy shit like that.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow.
Right.
As long as you keep your spending under wraps. So like right now, like I could retire right now. This could be my last interview ever.
Right.
And with my investments, I invested into a lot of great companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla over the years, and those companies have all grown and continue to grow, right? And I could actually borrow money against my stock portfolio without even selling my.
Sean Porter believes it could be a smart move for Floyd Mayweather to take the fight, saying he's capable of handling it and could benefit from the opportunity.
You don't want to do what we've seen Mike Tyson do against Jake Paul. You don't want to get in that ring and you having driven that car in so long that the engine runs hot, So both these guys, I think they're more than anything, they're trying to show us how serious they are about doing it again against one another. So,
Sean, how shocked were you when you found out that Floyd was coming back? Last time he fights is in 2017 against Conor McGregor. The guy has not fought, I said more than a decade, almost a decade, I should have said, in almost a decade. Even when you're Floyd Mayweather, that's got to be a hard thing to do, and especially when you're 49 years old.
So there's some really good pros about it. He's done some exhibitions. He's shown that he still has the abilities that he's had. They're clearly not what they used to be, but they're still there. And then beyond that, the fact that he lives a good, clean life.
Meanwhile, Wade Plemons posted another tweet about Floyd saying,
he lost $8 million on a house in Vegas. Confirmed. Business Insider showed he's taken out 54 million loans at 9% interest that he hasn't paid back. Another house of his just got foreclosed on, and I'm pretty sure he sold his plane, and he's a definite gambler.
This highlights Floyd Mayweather's ongoing money struggles and his tendency to overspend. Joe Rogan explains that these financial challenges stem from his extravagant lifestyle. By spending millions on luxury cars, watches, and other high-end items, he mismanaged his earnings, even with one of the highest paychecks in boxing history. These impulsive expenses left him unable to settle his debts. Now, Floyd faces the risk of bankruptcy and owes significant sums to multiple people. Rogan emphasizes that simply having wealth isn't enough without careful financial planning. His situation shows that even top earners can run into trouble when spending exceeds income, serving as a clear lesson on the importance of managing money responsibly.
Nuts.
Crazy.
I remember Iran Barkley was talking about that. Iran Barkley, when he was in his prime, was hanging out with all these professional athletes, and everybody was getting diamond crusted chains and this and that, and he was keeping up with these people. Like, you got to keep up with the Joneses, and he just found himself like draining all of his money. He was talking about it like that was the biggest detriment to him being able to save any money.
They trying to keep up.
Yeah, which I thought was funny when I was listening to this conversation with Chad Ochocinco. He was talking about it. He was like,
his jewelry fake.
Yeah, he was wearing fake jewelry.
But who would know?
What's that?
Who would know?
No one know. Exactly.
It's
fake
like when
jewelry,
they look at him, like
flying economy. He was sleeping at the stadium, like, so he didn't have to pay for an apartment. So smart.
Yeah.
So clever.
DJ Vlad comments that Mayweather's financial struggles are surprising given the massive sums he's earned. He notes that even basic investments, such as common stocks, could have helped Floyd secure long-term wealth. Vlad points out that while Floyd consistently travels on private flights, he doesn't actually own a plane. Unlike Drake, Mayweather lacks a personal aircraft. Vlad clarifies that he hasn't met Floyd and doesn't have full insight into his finances, but observes that owning multiple properties and spending excessively can lead to problems. At one point, Floyd even bought a building in the jewelry district. DJ Vlad concludes that for someone at Mayweather's level, overspending combined with public attention can quickly turn poor financial choices into highly visible issues.
I assume that Mayweather was in a similar spot because he made so much cash, and if you invested even in common stocks, you should do pretty well. But I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never even met him. So I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of properties. You have a lot of money you're constantly spending.
Right.
I don't know. Remember at one point he said he was buying like the jewelry district building.
Yeah, and they said
that
that
wasn't
was
true.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know this man's finances, but this guy told me that Mayweather is in financial problems.
See, here's the shitty part about actually losing your money when you're on that level and you're, kind of like flossing, showing off. Nobody gives a shit. Like there are people actually praying for you to be broke.
Wade Plemons says that Floyd Mayweather has faced money management issues since retiring. Legal disputes with Showtime, growing debts, and court expenses have forced him to sell assets, including his private jet and multiple properties. Although he made some profit from flipping houses, overall setbacks, such as a $4 million net loss on a Las Vegas property, highlight poor financial decisions. Wade points out that Floyd's exhibition matches, including his bout with John Gotti III, appear driven more by financial gain than a love for the sport. His spending habits, debt repayment efforts, and mismanagement show that despite his enormous past earnings, Floyd is struggling to maintain his wealth.
Way back, again, 5 years ago now, but that was like the initial rumblings around that fight. And what Floyd did was use Mayweather Promotions to bring them this fight and say, if you'll front us this money, we'll put this fight here. They fronted him the money. He took the money, had the fight at the Hard Rock in Miami with Fanmio instead. That was the company that put it on, Fanmio. And Logan saw none of that front end 10 mil. And the people that paid Floyd the 10 mil never saw a dime back. It's nasty work what he did. But this has been like one of Floyd's MOs, is that he leverages his fight name or his quote unquote assets, and which is what, a lot of wealthy people do. They leverage their assets to take out bigger loans or, whatever. But Floyd does it in such a reckless way that no one ever sees return on it. He just takes money. It isn't a loan. He's stealing. He didn't have provisions in place. I've talked about this, ad nauseum over the last couple of years, but the fact that we actually get some details on this from Logan is hilarious.
Our deal was 15%. He smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that Logan agreed to 15%, he's got that manager, Jeff, who says, I make the big deals. He got absolutely rinsed on that deal. But also, Graham has some important information about Floyd Mayweather and, again, his, I wouldn't say shitty business dealings, but how bad he is with money. Let's keep listening.
Company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment that I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think, he got.
Henry, the analyst, shared his honest take on the upcoming Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson bout, calling it one of the most profit-focused decisions he's seen. He expressed surprise at Mike Tyson returning to the ring after his fight with Jake Paul, describing the situation as unusual. As a true boxing fan, Henry is not a fan of these final fight exhibitions from retired athletes, feeling they prioritize spectacle over the sport itself.
Actually, given the fact that I think Floyd Mayweather made close to $1 billion in his career, I mean, his career earnings are absolutely insane. His activities since then almost feel kind of demeaning to his legacy, I suppose you could say. Well, I can tell you that I did a little digging, and actually there are a number of lawsuits that are currently active against Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s name, and they're worth a significant amount of money. From controversies around endorsing certain cryptocurrencies, to millions of dollars worth of unpaid luxury items, and even allegations of unpaid luxury apartment rent. These are all alleged, and these are all the cases that currently exist against him. There's no record of some kind of settlement, and as far as I know, a lot of these are ongoing. To add to that, Mayweather even lodged his own case against Showtime, and he did that this year, reportedly seeking damages of $340 million. And the allegation there is apparently there's been a misappropriation of his.
Despite his reservations, Henry, the analyst, acknowledges that the fight is likely to be a major draw on Netflix, attracting attention since both Mayweather and Pacquiao are former champions. He notes that Pacquiao appears in better shape than expected after his bout with Mario Barrios, whereas Mayweather hasn't competed seriously in years, leaving questions about who still has the stamina. Henry admits that even though he isn't excited about the matchup, there's undeniable curiosity surrounding it. He criticizes the event as being driven by money, pointing out that Netflix prioritizes profit over supporting boxing through traditional competitions. While these spectacle fights bring visibility, they don't necessarily help the sport in the long term. He recalls the excitement of the original Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, likening it to a cultural milestone, but feels the current strategy takes advantage of fans. In the end, he balances his skepticism with recognition of audience interest and encourages support for authentic boxing content, such as funding documentaries.
A lot of it is to do with just the basic thing of money. The fact that they both need money. Mayweather probably needs it a little bit more than Pacquiao does, but it's there no matter what. One of the strange truths about this one coming into it is they're both going to be having exhibition bouts in the next couple of months. Pacquiao is randomly taking on Ruslan Provodnikov, who some of you may remember was a champion at 140 pounds. And Mayweather's taking on Mike Tyson of all people. I mean, that's the most money motivated thing I've ever heard. It's utterly bizarre. And I don't want to see Mike Tyson anywhere near the ring again, especially after that Jake Paul fiasco. This whole thing's incredibly weird. I don't like it. I'm a proper boxing fan, and these fights to me, this OAP stuff they've got going on when they bring back these old fighters for one more go at each other, it's just not something that I particularly enjoy. Now look, it's going to be on Netflix. It's probably going to be a massive event. I'm probably going to end up covering.
Some analysts believe that Floyd Mayweather could benefit greatly from his upcoming 3-fight deal, and the advantages extend beyond just fighting in the ring. Every opponent in these exhibitions, including Mike Tyson, has massive fan appeal and attracts widespread attention. Tyson alone brings in millions of fans worldwide, ensuring that any event featuring him reaches far beyond typical boxing audiences. This level of exposure can translate into significant financial gains for Mayweather, potentially helping him recover from past losses and previous mismanaged earnings.
I love first of all, the fact that he's fighting Mike Tyson. I like that. Why? Because I'm a big Mike Tyson fan. And look, bro, you really can't take it with you. You know what I mean? These guys have an opportunity to be on Netflix and be seen by 40, 50 million people in the fight, in the first fight with Mike Tyson. That's huge. Mike Tyson versus Floyd, I think the highest rated show that has been on television, boxing match that has been in the last, since Ali, probably, definitely since the days of when ABC was showing things. Over 100 million people watched Mike Tyson fight Jake Paul. You can get Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather can do those type of numbers.
The 3-fight deal is designed strategically, giving Floyd Mayweather opportunities to earn without relying solely on traditional pay-per-view sales. Analysts point out that even without a PPV model, a combination of sponsorships, international promotions, and live event revenue could be enough to help him rebuild his wealth. Many view this as possibly Floyd's most calculated comeback, letting him generate millions while repairing his finances after years of extravagant spending. These matches could also allow him to reclaim his position as one of boxing's top earners and achieve a meaningful financial recovery. Fans and experts are closely watching to see if this 3-fight plan can finally address his long-term money challenges.
A lot of money in boxing that comes from Greece. Okay, a lot of money is credited to Saudi Arabia for investing in
John Porter noted that the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was truly impressive, drawing massive attention and a huge audience. He thinks the upcoming Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao matchup, while high profile, might not generate the same excitement or turnout. Porter explains that Jake Paul has a unique ability to energize and engage fans, turning fights into events that go beyond boxing. Not every fighter can create that level of connection with the audience. He emphasizes that even though Floyd and Manny are legends, today's fight appeal depends heavily on personalities who can captivate viewers, something Jake Paul does exceptionally well. This illustrates that in modern boxing, a fighter's influence isn't just about skill in the ring, but also about their ability to engage and mobilize fans.
You look at Mike and Jake, and that did like 108 plus million people. And then I think Terrence and Canelo did like 40 something million people. Huge audience, obviously, but not even half of Mike and Jake. Do you think it's ultimately gets a massive audience? Again, because it is too. If you've got Netflix, you can watch this thing for free. You don't got to shell out $100 for a pay-per-view.
Does this knock out the 108 that Tyson and Paul did?
That's asking a lot, right?
That's asking a lot, because you have a Jake Paul that's crossed. He brings a different kind of crowd.
Yeah.
Floyd's touched that crowd. Manny, of course, has touched that crowd, but I don't think they're gonna pull in 108.
Yeah.
They 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, they'll do more than 40. I can see them doing maybe 60, 80, but 100 is a little hard to imagine. But it is Netflix.
That's it for today's video. Be sure to stay tuned for the next one.